Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Ask me how we got here, 'cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown. But we both know how to swim, no worries, let's go for now. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. I drag you out your mind, and there are days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And now we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me.
Come along with me. Together with the truth you'll see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun.
out together through the storm and darkest weather. We search high, we search low, together everywhere we go. Justin's here and he's going live with the best fans by my side. We're a family, we hold strong, together we can right the wrong. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars, searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars, searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars, searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. In the night or in the day, girls will light and lead the way. Justin's heart and your support, together we will hold the fort. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care.
Click play and come along with me. Together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Come along with me. Together with the truth you see. Got pearls and a laughter too.
Well, hello, everyone. So good to see all of my beautiful, beautiful pearls out there. Thank you all so much for joining me. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options, anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate my beautiful pearls spending some time with me. Today is March 14th, 2025. It is currently 8:38 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Bonjour. How's everyone doing up in here? Up in here? Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much, Sped Teacher. Thank you all, really, truly. Thank you all so very much. Shout out to all the amazing mods, shining pearls, and beautiful friends. Thank you for supporting our channel. We're all here to support Sebastian. Let's bring our baby home. Yes. Amen. Amen. Keep the faith. It's coming. Hello, Buddha Belly. Good to see you. Narita, good to see you. Amy and you. There is very few channels out there that is actually talking about Sebastian anymore, which is sad. They have all moved over to drama around the case. But we are staying here for Sebastian because that's what it's about. That is exactly what it's about. Deborah, thank you so very much, my love. Good to see you. I really do appreciate your support, Miss Deborah. Happy Friday to everyone. Happy Friday. Thank the Lord. Oh, hold on one second. Oh, guys, please keep our dear Daily in your prayers. Her husband is, I just got a message. Her husband is very, very, very sick right now. So he's been going through a lot of medical things right now, and it's quite a lot. It's quite a bit, to say the very least. So please keep him in your prayers. I would greatly appreciate that. We are talking about Sebastian Rogers this evening. I think we got, in my opinion, very critical information when a creator went live and spoke about the vehicle. Ooh, what happened just my computer just now? Hopefully that'll work. Sorry, guys. And where did it go? I was pulling something up. Okay, let me restart it. Hopefully it'll restart and doesn't screw it up. And Edgar wants to talk about how it is whenever when he was coming home at 1:30 on the 26th. Highly, 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 very highly unlikely that that is when they are going to check. Very highly unlikely. And I've been doing some more research on some things, and we're going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about how they can track you even if your phone is off. Even if your phone is off, it's virtually impossible in today's world that some technology doesn't know where we are at some time. Maria, thank you. Dear, good to see you. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Happy Friday to you as well. Roxy coming in clutch. 10 months, girl. You are still my favorite. Let's bring Sebastian up. Thank you, Roxy. I love you to pieces. Thank you so much for 10 months of support. Really does mean so much to me, my dear. Thank you so much, love. War. Thank you, baby. Thank you for 5 pearl necklaces. Oh, you joy. If you received one of those, give our beautiful mod friend a big, big thank you. That is very, very kind of you, my dear. Welcome to the new Pearl family members.
The button clicks and the magic starts, sending out gifts straight from the heart. A little kindness lighting up our stream, growing stronger like a dream supreme. Supreme. It's raining pearls, hallelujah, let's go. Thank you for the gift, helping love to grow. Memberships, flying, starting, join like a spark, building this community, lighting up the dark.
Thank you so much, dear Wart. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Make sure you thank our beautiful friend if you received one of those pearl necklaces. Good to see you, my dear. Hope you are well. War's a trooper, that is to say the least. Mini Pantha, thank you for being you. Much love. Thank you, baby. Good to see you. Hope you are well. Can a mod help me? I get a gifted membership. Deborah, the only thing you have to do, I don't even think you have to accept it anymore. I think it's just kind of chosen at random, like the gifted memberships. And from what I understand, I could be wrong, but it's how much, like, the more people, like, come in the chat and talk in the chat, it kind of goes down from there, from what I understand. Like I said, it's ridiculous that TBI and other LE in Tennessee can find missing people within a few days, but can't find Sebastian and Summer. Well, I know, but I can tell you that now with Summer, we're going to need I think Sebastian, we have a better chance of getting justice for Sebastian because law enforcement is working on it. I've gotten some more emails. I have not asked the person if I could show them yet. I don't think she would mind, but I need to ask her. I will be showing you guys those hopefully in a day or so. Hello, Coco Pete. Hello, Karen. Hey, Coffee Bar Lady. Good to see you, Star. So we'll go from there. Hey, too many shoes. So what we are, sorry, I'm trying to pull up a program and it's giving me a lot of hell right now. Hopefully. All right. I want to go over a few things here on that live. I tried to play it the other day, but I couldn't get it to load like I'm having trouble with now, but I think I got it now. Hopefully I got it now. There's some things that I want to talk about, and then we're going to go over and talk about how this might how law enforcement is and was able to track said individuals into the time when Sebastian went missing? What did it do? Hold on, guys. It just took. Okay. Okay. I think I got it. Sorry. It's giving me a little bit of trouble right now. Anyway, law enforcement, there's a saying, how a crime occurs, right? Uh, it's something like you have the fuse, uh, the detonation, and the after effects of the detonation, right? And the fuse is what is leading up to a crime occurring, right? For instance, if there has been any sort of trouble in a marriage, right? For days, weeks, months, even years at a time, that would be the before, right? If something is premeditated, if something, even if something is spontaneous, as someone going missing and it wasn't planned or anything, there's usually a reason why someone does something to someone, right? Most people just, I mean, unless, there are people that just, go in a crowd and will mow people down, unfortunately. But the vast majority of any sort of crime, it is with someone that we know knows us, or is usually very, very close to us overall. And the detonation part is whenever it is occurring, right? What they are doing while the crime is occurring. And the after effects is what they do, say, behave, and even sometimes we'll go back and try to cover up things even after a crime has been committed. Um, Generally, something like that, right? So there's that. Um, so I want to play a few things here, and we'll get it started. Please let me know if you can hear this. Can y'all hear that? Let me know if y'all could hear that. I want to make sure. Seriously? Oh God, I thought you can hear it. Oh Lord, have mercy. Let's see if I can fix it. I really thought you could hear it. Um, all right. Let me know if you can hear it now. 1 second.
Yeah, I said it has to have been when he was talking.
Could you hear that? Two better, barely. Very low. Okay. Still low. Damn, I thought I had it all together too. All right. 1 second. Let me just make sure. Bear with me. Input, 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 input. All sound devices. It's a way to play sound. I hope I don't screw shit up here and mess stuff up. All right. Let's see here. Nope. Let's try this. Audio apps with window to the device. Allow. It's in default communication. Let's try this. All right, let me know if you can hear this. How about this?
When I got my house,
Oh, Lord, help me, Lord. Hallelujah. What am I going to do? Maybe I'll do it like this. I apologize, y'all. Damn. Okay, 1 second. Let me just try something here. Input allows flows from the audio source to the system while output to the outside. The system of the audio input. When you talk to the microphone, the sound. Okay. Just trying to fix this. Let me see all sound devices. I'm trying to change something here. I don't know why it won't do this. Output will go through. Okay. Can you hear?
so the piece of my truck being in that area from 26 to 1 p.m. in the afternoon. That's what we say. Well, not the time. Not the time. Not the time. But what we said was that they did.
Could you hear that? Barely, yes. Getting mixed words here. Better, muffled. Still low. Okay. Let me try this. Delete. And export. I might be able to do it like this. All right, I'm trying to export something, so it might take a second. 1 second. Okay. 2 seconds. Oh God, I'm muted. Sorry. Thank you. Am I saying it right, Chi? Thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships, my dear. Really do appreciate you. If you received one of those, can't hear anything now. Make sure you thank our dear Chi there for gifting that. Damn. I'm okay, what are we listening to? Well, you're listening to me kind of. I don't understand why it won't let me. I don't understand like why. Maybe I'll do it like this. See if this will work. Huh. I might wait. I've never tried this before, but let me try and see if I can do it. Load screen recording. Let me try this. This might be able to work this way.
So that would have to been the 26th when I got to my house
That's
around
what
1
that's
o'clock
what
in
we
the
that's what
afternoon.
we said.
That's what we said.
Chris. That's exactly what we said.
Yeah, I said it has to have been when he was coming home from the work site.
That's
So
what was said.
for the, my truck
Good.
wasn't in the area, the vicinity, and the FBI knows this. So don't speak of my truck being in that vicinity, that area, until the 26th at 1 p.m. in the afternoon.
That's what we said.
Well, not the time frame, but
Not the
Well,
time
now
frame
you know
because we
the
didn't know
time
the
frame.
time. But what we said was that they did it for the 25th and the 26th. So it is just as much likely that it was when he came in after Sebastian went missing.
Okay, that's better. Praise the Lord and pass the ammunition. Hallelujah, as my granny would say. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Okay, now that we can hear it. All right. So when I got to my truck, now he says he went from Memphis to Nashville, which is interesting. Now, remember, one of Edgar's friends says Edgar was at work at 5:15. Thank you, Pink. I find that extraordinarily highly improbable, in my opinion. Thank you, Lorraine. This other friend at one point said Edgar was at work about 6:30 or so in the morning, 6:30, 6:45 in the morning, and they start work at 7. There's no way in hell, uh, in my opinion, he's going to be there at 5:15 in the morning, especially if he was on the phone till midnight. Didn't get to sleep till what, 1 o'clock? 2, 3, 4. The latest he could have gotten up and to get there and to, wake up would be 4:45 in the morning. No way. So someone or both, in my opinion, are not telling the truth. Not telling the truth. Remember the fuse that we was just talking about, right? Things weren't good, allegedly, in that house for at least, at the very minimum, in my opinion, starting in December. Then we got January comes around, and then, of course, February. Remember, he's the only one that can't tell us dates, but he says he's literally in a different state.
Yeah, and that's why I was confused because I was like, "What?" And then that's why I said it had to have been when he came home.
Well, see, the
Or,
problem
whatever.
is you get a bunch of people out here. You say one thing, you mean one thing, and this, that, and another, and then it runs wild like a fucking brush fire that goes crazy.
It's true.
And here we are. We're 10 months into this. We got no leads. We got nothing. But yet we got another team over here that's out here just throwing shade left and
That's what he would want us or everyone to believe, that they have nothing, which is, we know better than that. All you have to do is listen to Eric Craddock. All you have to do is listen to police. Read the email at the vigil. If Girl Mama's in here, she can tell you. The police there, they said that the same detective has been on this for a year, that the case is, quote, very active, end quote.
right, and a bunch of crap.
That's what we're talking about. We think it's very dangerous. People are being thrown under the bus and nobody seems to fucking care.
Who's in the back chat?
I have no idea.
Let me see if it'll let me fast forward. I've never done it like
The
this.
point of this situation is that all of the bullshit has got to fucking stop. All of it. The putting shit behind the scenes for creators to talk about. Seth needs to stop it. Chris and Katie need to stop it.
Well, hold on. Let me stop you there because we ain't putting stuff out.
Seth has never, ever asked me to put out something.
Bullshit.
Well, Chris, can I
What
ask
are
you
we?
about
Hold
the
on. What are we
dance?
putting out behind the
Hey,
scenes?
Chris, don't put me in this position. Don't do it. Do not pull my man card. Chris, don't pull my man card and put me in this position.
I ain't pulling anybody's man card.
Chris, I'm going to ask you one more time. Do not put me in this position.
Well, the way you're making it sound is a little odder than it may be true. So maybe instead of getting like that with him, because he may not know what you're referring to, because to be
Yes,
honest,
he does.
but it's for Sebastian, right?
I'm not up here to have an issue with you, Chris. I just sat here and said, I don't think you have anything to do with the disappearance of your stepson. But do not put me in the position of you saying that there's not shit being pushed behind closed doors when you know damn well there has been.
I'm gonna tell you right now, there ain't a thing out there that we're afraid of. We
I don't
haven't
think there
done
is either.
anything. Hold on. Let me finish. Because this isn't about fucking size. Once again, when all these creators can get past this shit and finally focus back on Sebastian, then the case might go somewhere. But it won't go anywhere if everybody is out here putting different narratives out there that don't need to be out there.
Narratives. Well, we're still trying to find out where Edgar was. where Edgar was. But I'm sure authorities know better. If you go, Edgar says again that it was 1 o'clock whenever his truck was in the area on the 26th. Mind you, this is 7.5 hours after the 911, or when KK finds Sebastian. Now, allegedly, we'll get to this, in 2 areas or 2 vehicles within the period of Sebastian going missing went in that neighborhood that night. The geofencing. There's a thing called Wi-Fi access point logs. Devices like smartphones, laptops, they emit signals when searching for connecting to Wi-Fi networks. These interactions are logged by Wi-Fi access points, capturing the device's media access control, also known as MAC, addresses, and timestamps. By analyzing these logs, investigators can determine a device's proximity to a crime scene during specific times. They're not going to say, hey, Edgar, can you tell us why you were, or your truck was in the area at 1:30 in the afternoon the day your stepson went missing? Right. Because remember, there is 711 different phones, devices, and a lot of stuff going on in the area at that point. They know that you're there because you should be there. That's your stepson. He is missing. Right? We're going to talk about how they can tell even if your phone is off. Bluetooth device interactions. Bluetooth-enabled devices continuously seek connections with nearby devices. Like I said, you walk down a street. You're on any, walking in your neighborhood, walking on a street, window shopping, whatever. It's constantly connecting. This behavior can be exploited to track a device's movements. For instance, a study proposed a system that captures MAC addresses for devices emitting probe requests, allowing authorities to trace a suspect's movements through their device's unique identifiers. There is a thing called reverse location searches, also known as geofence warrants. Law enforcement can issue geofence warrants to technology companies requesting data on all devices that were active, listen to this, within a specific area and time frame. This approach has been employed to identify potential suspects based upon their device's location. Now, even AI is going to be a thing to help law enforcement tremendously. It's going to help healthcare, all of that. integration with AI tools. Advanced AI tools such as the CyberCheck system developed by Global Intelligence claim to analyze interactions between devices and wireless networks to geolocate individuals in real time retrospectively. These systems process vast amount of open source data to assist in criminal investigations. Um, so that's interesting. Use of personal tracking devices. Individuals have used personal tracking devices like Apple's AirTags to locate stolen property in some cases. That's one way. If there's like any AirTags, again, the smartwatches, they all can be tracked. Data from wearable technology, those iWatches and smartwatches and all of the smart devices. Wearable devices such as fitness trackers, let's see here, record user activity and can provide crucial information in investigations. For example, data from a Fitbit device can be used to challenge alibis and establish timelines, which is very important, Edgar, timelines in criminal cases. By harnessing data from Wi-Fi and Bluetooth technologies, law enforcement can reconstruct events, track movements, and identify suspects, thereby enhancing investigative process and contributing to crime-solving efforts. On March 10th, 2015, a woman allegedly fabricated a story in which an intruder appeared in her employer's home she was staying at, and she alleged that this intruder raped, you know what I mean, her. She told police that a man had assaulted her around midnight. We've heard that time before, haven't we? Police found a Fitbit lying on the floor when they arrived at the scene. Prosecutors used the Fitbit as evidence and data to determine what had occurred. The Fitbit revealed that a woman was active throughout the night, and the Fitbit surveillance analysis demonstrated the woman had not gone to bed, as she stated to the police, proving that the woman had lied to the police. Do you hear that? Do you hear that? How about that? You hear that? How about that? Right? Kind of interesting, right? We have talked about that before. Has, if anyone really went to bed that night, I don't know, prayer. I don't know. That's got to find that out though, right? In 2017, a Fitbit device played a role in solving the unaliving of Connie Debate by her husband, Richard Debate. Initially, Richard lied to police and law enforcement officials, claiming that an intruder had broken into their home and fatally pew-pewed his wife. However, Connie's Fitbit tracker showed that she was at the gym at the time Richard told police his wife was unalived. Using Connie's Fitbit and analyzing her movements, analysis created a timeline that disproved Richard's story. In 2018, a Fitbit device played a role in solving another unaliving. Anthony Alio unalived his stepdaughter, Karen Navarra, while visiting her home and her body was found 5 days later. Data from her Fitbit tracked showed that her heart rate spiked when Elio visited her and stopped 5 minutes before he left. Elio was arrested in September of 2018 on unaliving charges and was booked into Santa Clara jail. So, the good old Apple Watch, the good old Fitbits. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Cheat. Did I say that right? I hope law enforcement does a pharma check on KKNCP. Earbuds, Judy Jones. I don't know. It depends. Perhaps a landfill was the new temp home for a Fitbit. Holly, I feel like there's a reason why they were, obviously there was a reason they had to have probable cause and warrants, right? Mag, you're funny. I feel like they were looking for something rather than someone, I always say. You think so, Lakeside?
I'll agree on that.
Right, but that includes
So once
everybody,
again,
Chris.
yeah, that
That
includes
includes
everybody. And I'm going to
yeah.
tell you something. If you come at me sideways or you come at my family sideways, you can bet your tail that when we bring the
Hold on.
proof,
I'm going to
it's proof.
fast forward this a little bit about
Of Sebastian walking to school, which is why she first thought, let me go to the school. Now, if you took that as me being disrespectful, that wasn't what it was. It was, why was her first thought go to the school? It's a
Because-
simple question.
Right. And it's a simple, logical answer to think about, too.
it's actually not a logical answer. It's actually not a logical answer to think about. It's not logical for you to wake up and your child not being in their bed and you searching over a 3,000 square foot house in, quote, a minute flat, end quote. That's not normal. It's not normal for you to go into the kitchen, see your child's phone. You know, did you look for their backpack and their shoes? And from 6:03 to minimum of 6:33, there's 30 minutes. What was going on in that 30 minutes? Edgar, KK, what was going on? Oh, Ashley. That's so sweet of you, honey. Really do appreciate that. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Listen, just in case when I told you today you're the best, thank you so much for your hard work. I really appreciate that comment, Ashley. Thank you so much. Truly. Thank you for that, your support, and that beautiful comment. Really do appreciate that. I give it my all in this case. I really, really do. So I really do appreciate that. Katie was told to get in her car and ride around, so it looks like she looks for Sebastian and to ride to the school because there's cameras there and she can prove she was riding and looking. I think even the mullet had Wi-Fi. Probably, girl mom. You're probably not wrong. You're probably not wrong.
Okay,
It
so
is a
we're
Monday morning. He was supposed to be at school.
Yes, he was.
So,
But he's not supposed to be at school at 6 o'clock in the morning.
just like any other parent out there who has children, they're going to do the exact same thing.
I mean, if my child was missing, I would be out screaming from the rooftops for him.
And you're saying that she's not.
I'm absolutely saying she is not out screaming from the rooftops for her child.
What
That is absolutely.
you don't know happens behind closed doors is
That's
our
not
business.
screaming from the rooftops.
Wait a
If
minute,
no
wait a
one
minute.
can hear her.
Why would anyone not be screaming from the rooftops? Right? What, one interview in 7 months?
Problem is every time that somebody comes out and does something or says something, it gets twisted and turned in such a negative light. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter.
It's true,
I
100%.
don't disagree with you on that. But when
I
I,
mean, let's-
listen,
So once
we can-
again, you're out here saying this.
hold on. No, I'm out here saying this because I've said that. Hold on. I've said this to you and Katie personally, have I not?
You have truth. And what
Okay,
you don't
and did I not?
understand
Hold
is
on.
you're not
Hold on.
here in this situation. You're
Hold
not
on.
seeing the whole picture.
Hold on. Now, when I had that conversation with you, was it one conversation, 10 conversations?
Truth, we've had several conversations.
Okay. Now, did I ever have that conversation with you with any ill intent whatsoever?
No.
Okay.
Not
So
well.
why are
Hold
you
on.
mad
Wait a
at
minute.
me?
Let me
Why
correct my
are
answer
you
here.
mad? Because I'm
So KK has a camera inside of her vehicle, a traffic camera, whatever the hell they're called, dash cam. So her car, that dash cam should work that morning because we know that it worked the night before. Whenever they were leaving Texas Roadhouse, there is footage of Sebastian and KK being in the car on their way home. So when she starts that car that morning and she peels out of there, it's going to tell law enforcement what time she started it, the GPS location, the speed she was on, the acceleration, right? The brake, where she went, and if she was actually driving around in the neighborhood while on the phone with the non-emergency number. If that camera is not on, that would be suspicious in my opinion because it was on the night before. Why would you not want it on now? Wearable devices like Fitbit monitor location via GPS and activities like distance traveled, steps taken, sleep time, and heart rate. The device can configure to synchronize data to applications on smartphones and personal computers, or to the cloud or social media sites. Evidentiary collection can be made from either of these sources using standard digital forensic tools and techniques. We're going to talk about the vehicle shortly.
I'm asking questions because I
Well,
want,
I'm mad.
just like
Hold on.
you want,
Well, let me answer your
Sebastian to be
question.
home.
I mean,
Let
you
me
got
answer
to
your
give her a chance
question.
to talk, Truth. To be fair,
So automatically, my phone has been blowing up ever since you started talking about my truck. So it's shit like that when it's put out there and you don't have the right information, which I'm pretty sure I've told you that before.
I said
That
exactly
when my
what you
truck was
just said.
there, once again, are you going to let me finish?
If you'll
He
listen to
didn't
what
want
I
to hear
say and
that.
repeat it
I was
correctly,
trying
sure.
to, but I was trying to finish my statement.
All right, go ahead, Chris.
So I've told you this before. And the cat's out of the bag. FBI looked into me a long time ago. They've tracked my whereabouts with no problems.
Uh-huh. So if they tracked your whereabouts with no problem, then why allegedly, which is, are you not speaking with law enforcement or cooperating? We have not heard about you cooperating or not cooperating in a long time.
So when you come out here and somebody makes a statement, and then once again, like I've said before, you say something and 50,000 people take it and they run with it and they twist and turn it. And you could bet your sweet ass this conversation will be twisted within less than probably an hour of the show being over, if not twisted now.
It's twisted now.
Oh, somebody
No.
live. Somebody's live.
Yeah, but
Oh,
here's
they're
the
all in
thing.
the chat.
It doesn't
Yeah,
matter
true.
how people. It doesn't
Nor do
matter
you
how
care,
people twist it,
Dawson. You
right?
know,
Like they're going to
For
twist
you, it doesn't
everything.
matter
You just
because you're not
hold
living
on.
this life that we live.
Are you going to let me
Plain and
finish?
simple.
Are you going to let me finish? Because I'm
Sure.
listening to you, right? You cannot come on here and act like I'm doing something wrong because I'm paying attention to you and Katie, and you have no problem with everybody throwing shade at Seth. You have no problem with that. Okay, you can't come on here and pick apart something I'm saying because you don't agree with
he
it
didn't deny
now,
it, I guess.
but you sit there and have no problem with people attacking Seth.
I
Okay,
have problems when I
that's
gave
not
you the
fair.
truth. I
Your
have a
truth.
problem when I gave you the truth.
What
Truth.
truth? What truth?
I told you about my truck.
Is that not what I just said on my live? I literally.
See, that is what he is really twisted about. That, remember, when he, like even on Nancy Grace, she would say, now, were you in, you were away from home when this happened? And he would say, that is very correct. Very correct. This one it really
Said what
gets
you
him.
said. So why are you arguing with me about that?
Because there's a lot of questions about it. Because
That
Sure
has nothing
didn't.
to do with me. I said word for word what you said.
No, you didn't. Because it wasn't, well, my truck would have been there the 25th or the 26th.
That's not what I said.
There is no question about me on the 25th. I didn't show up until at least 1 o'clock in the afternoon on the 26th. Period.
Can you just clarify the situation, Chris? Like what exactly? You show up on the 26th. They go for open networks. Like what was the story? Just so it.
Then why not show your time card? Why not show your Life 360?
Doesn't go further. And
So on the 26th, when I got there, okay, I went and talked to the detective. Probably, I don't know, I wasn't even home maybe in 30 minutes. And I went and talked to the detectives.
But you said you talked to them the entire way home. Now you're saying you talked to them 30 minutes after you got home.
Okay. Later on that day, I mean, there was, like we've said before, there's been people in and out of that house quite often.
So you just said there's people in and out of that house. They were backed up to the road. Why would they ask you? Why would they even bring it up that your truck, Edgar? Seriously, I'm being dead serious. Why would they ask you? All kinds of people in and out of there. They're not going to be looking at 1:30 in the afternoon that evening, sir. They don't care at that point. They are looking where Sebastian is. He said I had to tell them that it was my truck. You didn't have to. You just said they tracked me with no problem. You're not telling us the whole story, in my opinion. You said FBI has tracked me with no problem. But then you say, you also tell him that I had to tell the dumbasses that it was my truck. Nope. That's two different things. Two different things. They either track you with no problem or you had to tell them. I think, in my opinion, they brought the information, that whatever information that they had. Was he trying to distract people with his truck, but he was covering for him? I don't know. But it can't be both. Show time card, phone records, and Apple Watch activity. Yeah. Listen, if a crime is committed, people who have nothing to hide, hide nothing.
They brought in their special little tools and their gadgets, and they do what they do. When they saw that there was my truck's internet on their system, they were like, well, this is a new one. Well, no shit, because it's my truck.
What does that mean? What does that mean? Whenever they brought their little gadgets in, he says, I don't think they're little gadgets, but he says, my vehicle's internet. Hi, Edgar. We know you're watching. If you'd like to come up, you're welcome to. I will be very pleasant. Just have questions. I would love for you to just clear it up. Let's listen to that again.
Later on that day, I mean, there was, like we've said before, there's been people in and out of that house quite often. They brought in their special little tools and their gadgets, and they do what they do. When they saw that there was my truck's internet on their system, they were like, well, this is a new one.
My truck's internet on their system. This is a new one. Well, Edgar, sorry, but your truck's internet would not be new. Your internet would not be new. So why would you say that? Could it be, hypothetically, I'll just do a hypothesis here. Let's say, for instance, someone borrowed someone else's car. Let's say that. And let's say that you had, for instance, a watch on, a smartwatch, or you had someone's, or you had your phone with you, but you had it turned off or on, when they do the geofencing, it's going to have a new car pinging on the neighborhood home. But it's going to have the suspect phone. Law enforcement can tell you which vehicle you're in the most, right? So if you are in someone else's car, but you have your phone or a device, a smart device that is yours, and they're both pinging in that neighborhood, that's kind of a two birds with one stone. Oh, really, Sandy? Be careful, honey.
Well, no shit, because it's my truck.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes total
So
sense.
my
That makes no sense. That makes no sense. None. How someone can say that makes sense is beyond me. You are not new to that neighborhood. You are not new to the truck. And the time of you being in that neighborhood coincides when you should be in that neighborhood. Exactly like some. So they want to know when everyone around Sebastian that knows him, where they were at the time. Because it starts with the household first. And the household would be Edgar, KK, and technically Seth, because Sebastian lives in two places. They, knew Seth. His was very, very easy. He was literally working in a jail.
truck doesn't need to be in anybody's conversation. There's a lot of questions about it because
That has nothing to
not
do with me.
everybody.
I said word for word what you said.
No, you didn't. When they saw that there was my truck's internet on their system, they were like, "Well, this is a new."
My truck's internet on their system. We're going to get into that in just a moment. Lakeside Mamacita, thank you so much. Love you, my friend. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for your support. My truck's internet on their system. Nope. Nope. Vehicles are becoming nearly as rich a target for investigative data as personal computers or smartphones. According to Edmunds.com, the top 5 things a car knows about its drivers are: number 1, your home or business address; 2, a list of recent navigated or commonly frequented locations, right? Commonly frequented locations. Well, so if you have Google, it will, and you have your location on, even if you don't have your location on, but you can have it to where it will tell you where you are every single day, how long you spent driving, where you went, how long you stayed, all of that, right? It's But even if you don't have that on law enforcement, they're still tracking you regardless. Um, so it's going to, and it just goes back to a list of recently navigated or commonly frequented areas. Like I said, Edgar, your home is a commonly frequented area. That path that from where you are in Leghorn, Mississippi, to your work, to your home, is a frequented path, right? You said you had to tell them that that was your truck, right? You don't have to tell them anything. They know this is what they do. This is the thing. You don't tell police. Police ask you because they already know. The technology doesn't lie. They're going to know if you're lying, and they will challenge you with that later, or until you allegedly get an attorney. So whenever your car, the data from your car, the data from your phone, or any device that you work with and have had for some time, all of it knows your home data. It's been there. It's nothing new for your phone or your vehicle or whatever. But you said this is a new. What does that mean, Edgar? Let's find that again.
There is no question about me on the 25th. I didn't show up until at least 1 o'clock in the afternoon on the 26th. Period.
Can you just clarify the situation, Chris? Like what exactly you show up on the 26th,
Listen to
they
the
go
words.
for open networks, like what was the story just so it doesn't go further and
So
twist it?
on the 26th, when I got there, okay, I went and talked to the detective. Probably, I don't know, I wasn't even home maybe in 30 minutes. And I went and talked to the detectives. Okay. Later on that day, I mean, there was, like we've said before, there's been people in and out of that house quite often. They brought in their special little tools and their gadgets, and they do what they do. When they saw that there was my truck's internet on their system, they were like, well, this is a new one.
This is a new one. That's key right there. This is a new one. What's new? One a.m., 3 a.m. What's new? What's a new one? Your truck is not new. Girl. Mm-mm-mm. That's mm-mm. Ramona, thank you so very much, my dear. Okay, I hope I'm doing this right, but hope this goes to membership. Love this group. Love Justin. Oh, thank you so much, Ramona. Really do appreciate you. You are a member, and thank you so much for your donation, my dear. We love and appreciate you too. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for your support, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Smiley, thank you, dear. Chris, when did you get in the pond to know it was knee deep, Mr. 5'9", on the 25th or the 26th of February? Yeah, how would he know it's knee deep? Yeah, good question, Smiley. Very good question. Thank you so much for your support. They brought in a couple of times, but detective said it's normal procedure, right? Detective, we understand your language. Well, this is the thing. Edgar said that with law enforcement, it started out rough in the beginning, and then they got a few things squared away, he said, and it was fine for a while. And then I think it got rough again. Because Edgar says, now he says, we all have a relationship with law enforcement. Now, some of that may be good and some of it might be bad. Well, we know Seth's is absolutely fine. His relationship with law enforcement. So, what's going on? What is that new device? What is that new? Lisa, thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Snacks for Remy. Thank you so much, sweet Lisa. Really do appreciate that, my friend. Good to see you. You know, that's exactly right. He said, uh, he said to them on panel when he brings the proof, not asking him to do anything that Seth hasn't done, and that is show a time slip and your 360, right? Did he buy a new truck while he was away in February? Nope, he didn't. Nope. Seems the hard questions are not what really wants to be asked. Tammy, yep.
Well, no shit, because it's my truck.
That doesn't even make sense. Think about that. What does he even mean by that? Well, they said this is a new device. Well, no shit, because it's my truck. It knows if that device has connected before, knows if you've been there. He rarely, if ever, makes sense. Well, I don't believe it was his truck. I'll say that. I don't believe Edgar's truck was there at 3 a.m. in the morning. I don't. Allegedly, the neighbors say that it's, to them, it appears to be a sedan of some sort or a small sort of SUV. Justin, he's trying to make everyone believe that the quote new ping would be his truck arriving at 26. Right, but that's so dumb to think that. I mean, if people believe that, that's on them, but they're totally wrong. Just wrong on it. Right? It knows if you have been in that area before, if it's connected to any Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, cars that may be going down your road right now, maybe trying to connect to your Alexa or smartwatch or whatever. I don't think it's a rental. I don't think it's a rental. I think, in my opinion, could be a car, perhaps of a coworker, of a friend, of a family member. Just my opinion.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes total
So,
sense.
my truck doesn't need to be in anybody's conversations about where it was, when it was, and how it was.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.
You
That's
say that.
okay. So then, in saying that, when I spoke about your truck, do you think I was insinuating that you had something to do with Sebastian's disappearance?
No,
I
it's
mean,
not
If
what
I,
I
if
said,
I,
Truth. That's not what I said.
I
That's not
know.
what I
So my
said.
point is, it was said that your truck was there. I explained.
Butterfly, can you send that to me? Can you send that to me? That would be very, very, very interesting. Justin, you can't say Alexa on my TV. She went off about Apple Watches and workshop. Stop. I just said it again. Sorry.
That they did because you told me that they did the geofencing thing for the 25th and 26th. Okay. Am I right?
I didn't tell you exactly what dates. I told you when they
Okay.
did it. However,
Okay.
what I'm
Either
telling
way.
you,
You didn't tell him what dates? Really? Okay. Why would I mean, you're arguing about the dates, right? So do you it's amazing to me that he has to say I didn't tell you about what dates. Hey Taipei. Justin, have you ever heard about a long version of dispatch communication? I've never heard it on anyone except I ran across it. Well, if it's probably
don't
is it I'm sorry, but is it
insinuate
conspiracy?
my truck
The
or me on the 25th or the
long
morning of the
version?
26th.
I didn't. So why are you still
Because
stuck on
I
that?
mean, Truth. To be fair, like I'm really trying to focus on the chat because I know we have trolls, and there are people saying that you kind of were insinuating. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of felt that too.
And
I
that's
think
why I was confused. I was like,
right.
what?
I
I
think
really
that's why
was.
me and Body were both like, "What the fuck is he talking about?"
to be in anybody's
I'm gonna go back.
conversations about where it was, when it was, and how it was.
Chris,
You just showed the life 360. That's all you got to do.
did you hear me say that I don't believe that Chris had
I
anything
did
to
hear
do with
you say
Sebastian?
that.
Okay. So then in
A bullshit?
about your truck, do you think I was insinuating that you had something to do with Sebastian's disappearance?
No,
I
it's
mean,
not
If
what I
I, if
said,
I,
Truth. That's not what I said.
I
That's not
know.
what I
So my
said.
point is, it was said that your truck was there. I explained that they did because you told me that they did the geofencing thing for the 25th and 26th.
which is why, you know what? The 25th and the 26th. The 25th and the 26th. I wonder why they want to know about the 25th. Could it be the reason is they know who was in the area that afternoon? They need, video, as much video footage as possible. I think they know who was in that area with the geofencing the 25th afternoon. I sure do. Mhm. 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 Don't talk about my truck. I can't talk about Sunday afternoon. He says law enforcement has told me that's one of the things I can't talk about. Nope. You can talk about anything you want. You choose not to talk about that. It's pulling off.
When they saw that there was my truck's internet on their system, they were like, well, this is a new one. Well, no shit, because it's my truck.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes total
So
sense.
Listen to
my
this.
truck doesn't need to be in anybody's conversations about where it was, when it was, and how it was.
Chris, did you hear me say that I don't believe that Chris had
I
anything
did
to
hear
do with
you say
Sebastian?
that.
Okay. So then in saying that, when I spoke about your truck, do you think I was insinuating that you had something to do with Sebastian's disappearance?
No,
I
it's
mean,
not
If
what you
I, if
said,
I,
Truth. That's not what I said.
I
That's not
know.
what I
So my
said.
point is, it was said that your truck was there. I explained that they did because you told me that they did the geofencing thing for the 25th and 26th. Okay. Am I right?
I didn't tell you exactly what dates. I told you when
You didn't say what dates. You didn't say what date. Yeah.
they
Okay.
did it. However,
Okay.
what I'm
Either way.
telling you
You hear him? He said you did.
is don't insinuate my truck or me on the 25th or the morning of the 26th.
I didn't. So why?
That's interesting. Don't talk about the 25th or the morning of the 26th.
Are you still
Because
stuck on
I
that?
mean, Truth. To be fair, like I'm really trying to focus on the chat because I know we have trolls, and there are people saying that you kind of were insinuating. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of felt that too.
And
I
that's
think that's
why I was
why,
confused. I was like,
right?
what? I
think
really
that's why
was.
me and Body were both like, "What the fuck is he talking about?" Like, I
Go
mean,
back. Go back and
you
play
do
what I
have a
said.
way. Hold on, you do have a way of saying things like this mysterious fucking chocolate and like
I mean, I have heard him talk in like mysterious ways, uh, but this is not one. It really isn't. He's being very clear about what he's saying.
fucking Valentine box. Like, what the fuck am I gonna get? I don't know until I bite. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be
All right,
rude,
Forrest
but
Gump.
I mean, you do insinuate when you speak.
I mean, I guess what's okay is that we can grill Seth to the end, but we can't grill Chris and we can't grill Katie.
No, I
Because
don't
if
think
we do
anybody's
that,
saying that.
No,
no, hold on, hold
No.
on. I'm gonna stand. I have the
Oh,
right to say my own
absolutely.
opinion. I'm not saying y'all agree with me, right? But it's interesting to me that Seth has been accused of horrible things with Katie. Seth has been accused of
Well,
being
Seth put that
abusive.
out.
Hold on. Can I finish, please? Just 1 second. Seth has been accused of being physically abusive to Sebastian. Chris has been accused of these things. But what we're arguing is a truck being in the area. That's what made you jump up here. Not all the other accusations, but
So
the
once
way
again,
that
yeah.
Yeah, that made him jump up after 7 months. After 7 months. So we just talked about, you know, things vehicles can, give to law enforcement. Some vehicles are also equipped with web browsers that may keep history, cookies, and more information. There also may be data from manufacturer embedded applications such as Facebook. As with personal computers, it is possibly to identify devices that has been attached to the vehicle's computer. It may also be possible in the near future to recover video data and history from autonomous driving features already showing up in cars. Vehicle forensic has emerged as a developing specialization in digital forensics to date. Most of the activity has centered on a single forensic tool. However, the tool's developers claim that it is in the works on over 10,000 makes of automobiles and trucks. There are already an active user base in the vehicle forensics among auto insurance investigators, auto manufacturers, car rental companies, law enforcement, and intelligence agencies. Oh, thank you so much, dear Debly. Thank you so much, my love. Really, really do appreciate that. Edgar called into Dolly's Uncensored last night to vote off Lore Lodge from the island. Imagine that, Edgar. Someone who has 700,000 subscribers. You're trying to vote him off some fictitious, stupid ass fake island. He used his name and from Tennessee. Julie Skolnick played it on her live. They must be watching a lot of YouTube, in my opinion. Yeah, all kinds of time for that. All kinds of time for that. It's what Edgar has time for. Let's give an applause for Edgar. The reason he gave just because, yeah. He likes to call. Edgar, phone lines are open. Phone lines are open, mother chicken. Call in. Did his lawyer approve of him making that comment? Wonder what's about exactly, Bobby. Exactly. That makes me want to cry. That really does. Amazing. Exactly, Bobby. Well said, honey. It's ugh. He does not have. No, he won't. That they say people are caught on camera 7 to 11 times a day without knowing. Oh yeah, everywhere. There's cameras everywhere. Yes, there you go, Cassie. There you go.
So we'll address that real quick. It's real simple. What goes on in our family is not the public's business. We're not going to sit here, and I'm not going to sit here and tell you what in the world goes on
Did you hear
or
him
what
hitting
happened
something
in the past
again?
or any of that nature. That is not the public's business. I'm not going to sit up here and do what Seth did. That's not happening.
So wait.
I don't care if it offends or hurts somebody's feelings. That God forbid the parent between Seth and I'm not going to sit here and bash Seth. I'm not going to sit here and put out personal information. That's nobody's business. How many people out there in all of these things have all said the same thing? That it should have never happened. And it's correct. It shouldn't have.
Then what happened?
I agree.
It doesn't do anything.
Well, and comparing what Seth goes through, there's a shit ton more people that are accusing Chris and Katie. Look at them in your chat. Fucking
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not.
been in
Listen,
Right. There's a lot more of us than there is them, because most people can see, or they don't let the buffoonery get in the way for not liking a creator, not liking Seth, or whatever. Wonder how many of the neighbor's Wi-Fi pinged near the 3 a.m. mysterious vehicle. Mhm. I was just at the grocery store and the self-checkout would not work, and I looked up and realized I was being videoed. Oh yeah, you're driving down the road, you're being videoed, your license is being, there's license readers, your stoplights have cameras, you have dash cams everywhere, traffic cameras everywhere. It's everywhere.
hold on.
It's
Hold on.
wild in
I
there.
don't.
Like,
It
I mean,
is.
your
And then
chat.
you're saying, oh, Seth doesn't care if people talk about him. Tell me he fucking doesn't when I'm paying a lawyer for an injunction.
yeah,
When
that's
he
a
sent out
lie.
6
That's
And on
cease and
top of it,
desist.
a bold
Truth.
faced lie. He cares.
Well, I will say this truth. You and I, we've had our conversations, and we respect each other enough to understand we don't
Sure.
always agree.
Includes
So once
everybody,
again,
Chris.
Okay, we have a caller on the line. What's up?
Hey, Justin, I just wanted to make a statement.
Oh, hold on one second. Go ahead. What'd you say?
I said I just wanted to make a statement. I think a lot of us agree with it, and that is from the very beginning of this missing child, the very first night that I saw it on the news, I knew immediately that child came out of that garage somehow, possibly out a window, and not without being seen on camera. Since then, I have been devoted to your show and some others every single day and night. I cannot get enough because I've learned so much from it as far as these little clues that they drop. But the biggest thing is that CP and KK are constantly thinking that they're smarter than everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And law enforcement, detectives, not patrol officers, but detectives, are seasoned in letting these people make these statements and do other things and say other things. And they set themselves up and they don't even know that they're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
This man calling into these YouTube channels, like we were listening to, and, you know,
The thing about it is, the thing law enforcement has that most people don't is patience.
Right, 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 exactly.
Hmm.
I think they're going to have this so tightened up that I don't think KK is going to be the one to fall. I think the coward is. He's
Mm.
going to be the first to fold. He's going to throw her right under the bus.
Mm.
That's my thoughts anyway.
It's possible. It's possible. You know, I mean, him talking about that truck
Yeah,
on there
crazy.
was, especially if he said something different on panel that he would have told to investigators. Oh man, you really messed up if that's the case.
Well, and I listened to that very last comment before I called, where she said, or where Truth said something about, we've been talking about all kinds of different things about you, and your truck made you jump up.
Mm-hmm.
It's like bingo. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, great job you're doing, though. Your devotion is incredible.
Thank you, my dear. I appreciate you.
As soon as I figure out how to tap in and become a member and all that, because I just watch it on my TV, so I'm not all that inclined technology-wise.
Yeah.
But thanks for taking the call.
Thank you so much, honey. Appreciate you.
Okay, stay safe.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Great call. Great call. Phone lines are open. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that includes everybody. And I'm going to tell you something. If you come at me sideways or you come at my family sideways, you can bet your tail that when we bring the proof, it's proof.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.
People, I bring the proof. That's the difference.
About what?
Whatever, if y'all want to come out and say some shit, come out and say it.
Who is said? What are you worried about someone saying? Like,
It doesn't
I
matter.
don't know.
That's
I don't
the
know. Hold
problem.
on. I don't know
That's
how
the
much you
problem.
said.
Listen right here.
You all come out and say different things, and you all have your little
Listen to this.
riddle ways of putting shit out there.
I think you're confusing us with different people. Never have we done riddles.
Truth out
Never.
there yesterday or the other day said some stuff about Katie.
Like what, Chris?
Listen.
Open that can.
I don't have the exact quote on me, okay?
Well, if you're going to accuse me on my panel, be willing to back it up.
I am willing to back it up. If I have the exact quote, I would give it to you.
What was it
Listen.
about?
In regards to whether or not Katie was there or her going to the school looking for Sebastian.
You mean my question?
He says, if y'all want to bring some shit out, just bring this shit out. He was, in my opinion, he has told others more. And in my opinion, at the time, he was worried they were going to say something else. And I don't think that they may have known they didn't have it in their head at the time what he might have been worried that they were going to say, they were going to say. But Edgar was worried that they were going to say something that he's told.
Question of why did Katie go to the school? Is it because Sebastian had maybe missed the bus and had walked there at some point? You're upset about that?
The way it was projected made it sound like you're questioning why did she even go to the school in the first place?
That's exactly what I was asking. Why,
because
out
she's
of
a mother
everywhere,
who has a son that goes to that school.
right?
Why wouldn't you go to the school and look for your kid?
I would agree
That
with
was
that.
my
Why?
At 6 a.m., you want to go to a school for a kid that's never ran off, doesn't like to get dirty, doesn't have his shoes, doesn't have his backpack. School's not in session. School was not in session yet that morning. Mini Panthers, thank you for calling.
Hi, thank you, Justin, for taking the call.
Of course.
When you listen to him even speaking to what are his supposed friends, in my opinion, the tone of voice, he thinks he can make everybody bow down and just listen and accept his word for truth.
Mm-hmm. It's his way or no way. That's the way it's always been with Edgar.
Yeah. One thing I'd really like to know is still, when was the garage door dented?
Mm.
And I would really, really love to know if law enforcement used luminol in the garage.
I don't think so.
I think those two things need to be found out. And if they haven't done luminol, you can go back later and do it. It needs to be done,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
Another thing that's really been bothering me, here this boy likes to be outside. He likes to go to parks. He likes to fish. We've heard, actually, that he likes to do many outdoor activities. We saw the video of Chris, air quotes, teaching Sebastian how to ride the bike, which we all know Seth taught him how to ride the bike.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's the video I think Katie took, but in my opinion, there's a very good likelihood they added the voice to it recently to make it look like, they were interacting. That's just a possibility that I've thought that they might have done to present better. I'm not saying it's happened, but it's, maybe. Although I'm not going to discount it because we did see him being very patient with the backhoe, if that's actually the voice.
I think I personally think the video is legit with Sebastian and Edgar there when he's smaller.
Right. I think he had a lot more tolerance for him when he was smaller.
Yeah. I think Sebastian was growing up. And
I think he was starting to resist a little bit of some of the things.
Of course, I mean, everyone knows how teenagers are. Teenagers are difficult at times.
Right. But here's what really bothers me. When I was younger, even all the way up into my 15, 16, even older, a bike meant freedom to me.
Mm-hmm.
And we could see that he could ride that bike. Why does he not have a bike on Stafford Lane or whatever their address is?
Mm-hmm.
He could have been allowed to be in the neighborhood with all the other kids, with certain boundaries of how far he was allowed to go.
Yep.
And he could have had so much freedom after school and on the weekends, but they kept him so isolated, in my opinion.
They didn't want him to talk.
I know. And, I mean, just a simple bike. It doesn't make any sense that he was not allowed to. Well, we know why it happened. The last thing I want to say is, I've been going through some of the old interviews on my own, and he gets very triggered about certain things, as we all know, his mother, his truck. He's also very triggered when they talk about searching or bringing dogs onto any of his family's property. I just have a very strong feeling he's on one of their private properties where they can watch and make sure.
Well, and it brings up the question, though, going back to the 3 a.m. video versus this most recent bullshit video that they put out, which is Edgar, doesn't want anyone on his property, but doesn't mind if someone is on his property and his neighbor's property at 3 a.m. the morning his stepchild vanishes.
Absolutely. But the thing is I think the reason he made the comment, he's never going to be found, right from the start, was the fact that they know they've got him on private property where they can see what's going on, in my opinion. It's just a gut feeling after watching him and the way he said, nobody better step on any of me or my, the family's private property. That really bothered me, the way he said it, the tone of voice. And then the follow-up, when I followed up and heard him say again, he'll never be found. And he's so confident when he says that. That leads me to believe he knows exactly. And I still am going to say, in my opinion, I think what's going on here is he's got the upper hand because he won't tell her the location. And that's why she can't flip if she wanted. I don't think she would, though. To me, he's the classic bully. And once you take a bully down, they're done. They just cry and they're useless. They can't bully anybody else because everybody sees them go down. To me, that's all he is a bully full of hot air. And she's the cold snake in the head of this whole...
Yeah.
But I think he's going to cave. I think he will eventually cave. She won't. She's too cold. She's too desensitized, in my opinion. But when you dangle prison in front of Edgar, I think he's going to crumble like a big old, what do we call him, the honey bun? That's just my thoughts. Anyways, that's all I really have to say. I just kind of wanted to air those out.
He's going to fold like a musty hutch, is what you're saying.
Yeah, for $200 or less. Oh, gosh.
Facebook yard sale.
They're just, this whole thing has gotten to a point, I think for a lot of us, it's almost nightmare, and it's literally, making us, I think it's ever since we saw the videos of him at the restaurant, it made it so much more real. And when I saw him basically going into anxiety and trying to curl up inside himself, and I could tell she was pushing his triggers or saying things, it just totally broke me. And now I can see him and hear him in my dreams. And he deserved so much more. I'm going to go. Thanks for taking the call.
All right, honey. Love you.
Love you too.
All right, baby. Bye-bye. This case has affected so many of you guys. I know it affects me. And we've got to just stay on it. We got to act like it happened day one. Day one. There's not many creators out here that continues to talk about the actual case. So much easier to do with drama for these people, and does nothing for Sebastian. Sandy, guys, can y'all drop my number for Sandy? Well, you can text it to this number here on the screen. Tammy, the 307-228-4906. Thank you, Lily. Thank you so much, Holly. Really do appreciate you, my dear. I'd like to know if there was any conversation on the way back from Texas Roadhouse, and did the dash cam pick any of that up? From what I understand, yes. There was some sort of, talking between the two, and it did pick it up. What that conversation is, I don't know. But from what I understand, yes. Bobby says, I dream of him too, and he has touched so many hearts. Yes. Yeah. In my opinion, they feared what Sebastian would tell. That's why, in my opinion, he was kept away from everyone.
I would have gone there too.
I would have done the
My
same.
question was, Not my question was there a history of Sebastian walking to school, which is why she first thought, let me go to the school. Now, if
I don't
you
know, honey.
took that
Text me
as me
again.
being disrespectful, that wasn't what it was. It was, why was her first thought go to the school? It's a simple question.
Right. And it's a simple, logical answer to think about, too.
Okay,
It
so
is a
we're
Monday morning. He was supposed to be at school. So, just like any other parent out there who has children, they're going to do the exact same thing.
He was supposed to go to school, not be at school.
I mean, if my child was missing, I would be out screaming from the rooftops for him.
And you're saying that she's not.
I'm absolutely saying she is not out screaming from the rooftops for her child.
What you don't know happens behind closed doors is
That's
our
not
business.
screaming from the rooftops.
Wait a
If
minute.
no one can hear her.
The problem is every time that somebody comes out and does something or says something, it gets twisted and turned in such a negative light.
Okay. Well, again, that's because you don't clear it up, buffoon.
It doesn't matter who it is.
It
doesn't matter.
It's true, 100%.
I don't disagree with you on that. But when
I mean,
So once again, you're out here saying
I think about 15 minutes. KK's comment on the latest interview, and it's not him yet, tells me they are just waiting for his remains to be found, and it hurts my soul, isn't it? And it's not him yet. I think Sebastian is somewhere relatively close. I think that's why they went to Mississippi.
Hold on. No, I'm out here saying this because I've said that. Hold on. I've said this to you and Katie personally, have I not?
Joe, thank you, baby. Appreciate you. Does school start that early in the morning over there? In Australia, our school doesn't start until 8:30 or 9. In my opinion, it's same here. Same here. So why would you? And Sebastian riding the bus, he gets picked up just a few minutes before school starts. He lives right by the school. Right? So I forget what time he has to be there at the bus. I can't remember. Let me ask Seth. Hold on. Let me ask him, see if he'll answer me. What time did Sebastian catch the bus? Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you, dear?
Good. I have a question.
Sure.
The car at Roadhouse, one that was next to Katie.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm assuming there's video. What are the chances, if they're involved, that they parked as busy as they were right next to Katie?
Who's they? The car next?
The person. Yep.
That's always Ivy. It's always a possibility. I don't think anybody is involved at the Texas Roadhouse, in my opinion, personally.
Okay.
That's just me, though. That's just me.
Oh.
So.
The second thing, in the interview that Katie had, the most recent one, she said in there, she was talking about Sebastian being missing, but she also said every child needs to be found, even more than Sebastian. Did
Yep.
you hear that?
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Sure did.
All right.
I mean, we're all naturally partial, selfishly, obviously, because there are kids, right? She shouldn't want anyone found more than her son. That's just a normal human element.
Right. The interview was about Sebastian, right? So, of course, we all want all children found. But it was specifically about Sebastian. So I'm surprised that she kept circling back to all kids need to be found. But what threw me off was even more than Sebastian.
Well, and she volunteered that, right? That wasn't even the question. She just volunteered that up, which it's very odd to say, you know that other kids need to be found more so than your own child. I don't understand, because her duty as a parent now of a missing child is to be proactive, being the biggest person to be standing there waving the flag, saying, out of all the kids, out of all the people missing, notice me, notice me, notice me, right? For Sebastian.
Right.
And there's proactive people and there's reactive people. And, most of these people on YouTube now, they're reactive. Who can they react about having a different opinion about them? Not about Sebastian. It's about being reactive toward someone having a different opinion and nothing to do with Sebastian. Rather than being
nothing else for them to do.
Right. Rather than being proactive and speaking about the case, whether you agree with it or disagree with it, it's about speaking and keeping it out there.
That speaks volumes about them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm not going to say a year ago, at the very beginning, there was an interview with someone, I believe they were related to CP, to Egghead.
Yep.
And they said that he was very weird as a child. Do you remember that interview?
Say that again?
Do you remember that interview? Or it was not an interview. He was just talking about Egghead as a child and how weird he was. And he said that I'm not sure 100% that he was related to him, but it sounds like he was. And he said that CP grabbed a frog with a stick and killed the frog. And I believe he said pooped on it.
Oh, I didn't hear that. No.
Yeah. I'll try and find it and
it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, so just talking about how odd he was as a child and how he reacts to Sebastian just growing up and being a boy.
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird to me.
I will say that there's been a lot of things allegedly that his family has had to bail him out of. It's rather odd, to say the least. You know what I mean?
I see some people in your chat remember that remember that. I'm saying interview, but it wasn't an interview per se.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah, it was. He was talking about how weird, and he was related to him, I believe. Yes, people remember it. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Let's see.
Yeah,
here.
that he pooped on a. He killed a frog, and he pooped on him. I believe that's what it meant.
Huh.
It was verbal. It was like a phone call.
Well, they've been kissing a frog ever since, haven't they? All kinds of people.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
You're welcome, my dear. Thank you for calling.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Great. There's Edgar Steen. And that is true. That is true, Janine. Well, fair point. Fair point. That is a fair point. So I wouldn't necessarily know any.
Shirley H.
Shirley, what's up and stuff?
Well, I don't know. I'm about sick of Mr. Numbnuts and Miss Numbnuts.
I know.
That's my name for him. Justin.
Yes, darling.
I don't know where he began telling people that a social worker will say something to a child in front of their parents.
You have,
The
Truth.
child has accused of abusing them.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, that doesn't happen. The social worker is not going to talk to the child in front of the parents. They're going to pull them into a room or out of the house, in the front yard, backyard, another room, somewhere. They're not going to say anything to that child in front of them parents. Second of all, the reason why Mr. Numbnut's truck was pinged between 325 and 326 is because his was there. That's the only way his truck can ping.
Yep. That's it.
He made a comment, and I tried to tell everybody when I heard it on, what's his name, Truth? Is that his name, Truth?
Yeah.
With all them little mouth humans that he had on there. He said, not seen Sebastian since early February until I got home on the 26th. Now, how are you going to see Sebastian on the 26th at 1:30 in the afternoon if he went missing between midnight and 6 a.m.?
Yep. That as well.
I'm like, are they not putting his stories and her stories? Are they not working with them to find out who's telling the truth and who ain't?
Yes. He said,
because I picked it up just watching it. I had to back away because I was getting very angry. And I'm like, you know what? I have to back away from this case for a few days.
Dylan.
I backed away for a few weeks because it was making me very upset. Because to me, I'm finding TVI, Sumner County, incompetent of doing their job.
I think it's coming. Telling you.
You think it's coming?
Oh, it is. Yeah, it is.
It's been a year.
Yep.
It's been a year, and they have yet to even say. Sumner County nobody has came out and did a press conference and tell us the status. Well, we may be getting closer. We're looking into things. Anything. We're still doing searches. They haven't said anything, which makes me believe they have enough evidence. They're just waiting on the DA to pick up the case.
Well, I mean, it could be the DA, but you also, they could be doing mock trials to make sure that they're going to get a conviction.
Well, that's true. That's true.
They have
I think
one
Mr.
chance. One chance.
They have one chance. That's right. But Mr. Numbnut, she's treading on thin ice. She keeps going on there, all these creators and posting on Facebook and talking all this smack. But yet this man has failed to back up his whereabouts where he's been.
There is no way in hell, if you ever see me backing up someone where I don't know where they're at, like, tell me, honest to God. How would anyone just say, oh, they might be, they might have had something to do with it, but, I'll tell them that. No. Hell no.
There's no night.
Yeah.
Because I've heard, I read through the Facebook chat, and I have watched a few other creators, and every day there's something new that comes out. I think it was a few days ago, supposedly somebody, it was 3 people coming out of the house with carrying a white sheet. All this is a distraction.
Yep.
A distraction. Then we got somebody over here on Facebook posting videos talking about they know the family and actually really I don't want to say slander because we don't know if it's true or not. Using the M word, calling them the M word.
Oh, wow.
Saying, and people are believing it, and then they, I'm pretty sure TVI and Sumner County has all that, and they're watching that. And the more that stuff keeps coming down with people saying that, is the more it's going to hinder this case.
Yeah.
Because now they have to stop doing what they're doing to go back and look at this to see if what this person is saying is true.
Right. Hey, honey, I'm getting another call. I'm going to answer it. Thank you so much for calling, love. Good hearing from you.
You have a good day and tell Remy we said hi.
Okay, baby. Thank you. Oh, caller, call back. Sorry. I just missed you. Tony, has the water tower been checked to the Bower Sox? I don't think the water tower has anything to do with it, in my opinion. I think the ball was horribly dropped in the beginning. But I think that they are they're making up for it. There's a copy of okay. Hello?
Hey, Justin, how are you?
Hey, darling. Good. How are you?
I'm great.
Good.
I just wanted to say that the biggest thing of all the interviews with KP is when she put her fingers across her throat, and they compared that with Chris Watts.
Yep.
When he did his, that has always stood out to me bigger than any other interview because my sister's a deaf mute, and she does that when she means finished or dead.
Right. Right.
And I mean, and then she just, Chris coughs, and then she's like trying to get back on track, and she's tapping the desk, and she tapped it 3 times, and she goes, three-way.
Yep.
I mean,
she's remembering. She's remembering the script.
That was the biggest telltale sign to me in this case, as far as her slipping up and admitting guilt, just in my opinion. And I'll never forget.
Hell no, Josie. It hasn't been. They haven't been cleared. How can you be cleared when you're not even talking to law enforcement? You're lawyered up.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
Exactly. And why are they saying now it's not they're just saying it's an ongoing investigation, but you know what they said before, and why would he change that?
First of all,
Criminal
law
investigation.
enforcement doesn't clear. Tennessee don't clear anybody.
Right.
They don't clear anybody. They arrest, and then everyone else is cleared after that.
But it just don't make sense why he's changed it to an ongoing investigation instead of a criminal investigation.
Well,
That doesn't make sense.
have you not seen my email with Detective Carter?
Yes, I have.
It's a criminal investigation.
That's why I'm saying, why is he turning around and saying the other now? I mean, can we go back to that?
Well, he hasn't really. I mean, he's just done it. He hasn't really. They haven't came out and really said anything, like spoke out on it. But that's why I will keep saying that it's a criminal investigation, and I won't say in my opinion, I won't say allegedly, because I stand behind the email.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
And I'm,
but
very careful in what I say in my opinion and allegedly on, but that one I won't, because he said it's a criminal investigation.
He sure did. He sure did. So, well, I enjoy your show, and I just want to call in and make that point.
Thank you, my dear.
And y'all take care and have a great night.
I appreciate you. Thank you for calling, hun.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. Okay. The day KK and Edgar are cleared. Yeah, right on that. That'll be the second of never, in my opinion, allegedly. Thank you so much for calling, caller. Bobby, thank you so much, my love. Really do appreciate you. Good to see you, my beautiful Bobby. I got some Pearl videos getting ready to come out. Very, very sweet of you. Wait, who the hell said that? I don't know. Someone in chat. Someone in chat. Been here 2 hours and 30 minutes already. Well, I guess we will finish this up tomorrow. I'm trying not to make my lives over 2.5 hours long so they can actually be watched. Let's see here. For people on the replay. Whoops, there we go. Baby Monkey Room. Yes, Remy is going to have some cute videos coming up. She's getting so fun now. It's so much fun. It was supposedly his cousin that lives in Florida, this guy who said that CP's cousin. I don't believe that. I don't believe a lot of these people calling in. Like, let me say your name, or don't. You know what I mean? Like, stop pussyfooting around it. Like, if you want to be anonymous, give enough details where you can, say, you got to give at least the person that's giving, not, they got to be able to, trust their source. So you got to tell them some things if you want it out there. So Ray McLeod, I remember correctly, one of the parents, including said, spoke publicly. The Hands interview was the first one. The first one that Edgar and KK did was Duchess. I don't know about the phone call or anything like that, so. But she's She's about 6 months now. Holly was the first interview. Yeah. Well, but Duchess was the first one that came out. Justin. I don't know what you mean. Wait, what? Oh, I think it was the Dan guy, his cousin. Yeah, I like Ryan. I like Ryan. He used to have a vape store. Ryan used to have a vape store in Kentucky. Um, I don't know if he still has it, but I've been there. Oh, Brenda, honey, he's not going to because he knows I would ask him really, really. I would jam that mother. Love the Chronicles of Olivia and Erie. That was very important, and they screwed up on that one. Oh, you do, Brianna? I figured out Denise is not. Oh. Just had a mojito flavored one. Yum. Eyes down. Oh, we're going to talk about some of that tomorrow as well. It's very interesting. You just said that. So we're going to finish some of this tomorrow, and then we're going to talk about some cues. You serious, and I find it. Oh, my microphone was probably blowing your ears out, guys. Sorry. Olivia's interview was on day 20, and CP giving official statement for police. Now, what I can give you an official statement in is law enforcement, TBI, Newslink, News Source, Newsmax, Cruella DeVille, Buttertooth gave an official statement on that everyone is pervy, everyone has simultaneously not been cleared, and we have been cooperative with law enforcement. And by cooperative, I mean KK eyes will not cooperate and look up to the person speaking to her. Can you imagine doing an interview? I mean, she looked like fucking Anne Frank there. Sorry. Oh my god. She's sitting there tapping the table. Sorry, it got me. She pisses me off. Edgar looks like he's got freaking bubonic plague. What is that? TB, tuberculosis. She's up there. I could do a really good I could do a really good bit on those two. I should do it. I really should do it. So, yeah, you're talking about your missing child. God. The one cough wonder. Yeah. Did Edgar get kicked out of the Navy? I don't think he got kicked out per se, because he has a retirement. So I don't think he got kicked out. But I do think, in my opinion, just an opinion, which is not a fact, there were problems. And I don't think he's got a retirement per se. I think he's, from what I understand, disabled veteran. Did I hear the word brownies? He gets some sort of check. I know that. Maybe disability, retirement, something. Not retirement, but he gets something like that. Allegedly. Maybe. I can look some stuff up. I think he's got I think his license, the back of his plates. Right, Brandy? I think it's got something. I think it's got, you know how it's like disabled veteran or something. You're waiting on. Oh, let me tell you something, D White. I can make the best blackberry cobbler. I love blackberry cobbler. Disabled veteran, yeah. All right, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining me. Really do appreciate you. Tomorrow, I will be doing a members only live as well. Make sure you watch for that when it comes on. Be doing a members only live for a little bit, and then I will be live 2 times tomorrow. 2 times. Hey, girl, good to see you. Saved by Grace, good to see you as well. Thank you all so much. Baby Kisses, did you text me? Yes, thank you, Soldier Girl and Navy in here, and thank you all, including Edgar and KK and everyone who has been of service to this great, great country. Truly. All right, guys, good night, each and every one of you. Really do appreciate you. Take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones. You only get so many trips around the sun. Good night, everyone, and God bless.